What's up, everybody? This week I am in the shop and I am just doing some tedious tasks. One of them includes building a new zero clearance fence for my miter saw. So if you don't have one, this is how you do it. All right, so this is my old one. I just used a 3/8 inch sheet of plywood, and I used the original that came with the miter saw to get the shape of it. We're not going to use this because it has a lot of side-to-side play and front to back. This just leaves gaps once it's secured, and that gives us one more area in the shop that collects dust. So we'll try to get it more of a snug fit, and for that we'll use blue tape and just kind of trace around the edges, and then we'll transfer that over to our final piece of wood that we're going to use to make our new one. Alright, so I have this scrap piece of pine here, and I'll just lay this down. Now this ended up being perfect. Now I'll probably clean this up with a sander, but I'll cut off the edges and then I'll just sand around to get my final shape, and then we'll run it through the planer to get our final depth or width. All right, now I don't have another way to do this that I can think of right now. We're just gonna rough it out. And we're just taking off the corners. And that's it. This would be a lot easier if I had a rasp. I could just shave big chunks off of the edge, but this is gonna do the trick. So I'll sit at this and we'll skip ahead for you so that way you don't have to see me messing with it. All right, now I've got my piece roughly at the correct shape. It's pretty damn near perfect up here in the front and on the sides, but there is a little piece on the back here that's catching. So I've just been taking it with my hand plane, kind of eating at this little edge here, trying not to get too much tear out. This thing's pretty sharp, so it's just getting it right until we get the final fit. All right, so now I've got my final fit. Fits in there beautifully. I'm gonna take the tape off. It comes out quite easy too. Now next time I can use this as my template, since it's just the fit that I want. But for now, I'm going to run the pan plane along the sides just to shear down the width a hair. That gives it a little bit of room for expansion. It's not going to expand too much in this small amount of space, but better be safe than sorry. Alright, so the only thing that's left is to break down these edges a little, give it a nice little sand, and then we're going to drill these so that way the screws are inside. So let's get that done, and then we'll add some Danish oil, and we'll be all done with this one. Now, I hardly ever use the slide on this because I don't typically cut sheets that are larger than this right here. And this right here is 8 inches. So I'll leave it like that, and that'll be good for now. Looks nice. All right, well, now that we have it installed and we have our slit cut, there's only one thing left to do, and that's just cut a piece of pine, scrap wood, and see if we've eliminated our tear out. All right, guys, it's as easy as that. So this is my old one, and as you can see, it was built for function, but now I have one that fits into the workbench a lot better. It uses the same pine that I used for the framing around the edge of the tabletop. You can make yours out of whatever you want to. I just used what I had laying around the shop, almost as always. And this is a great addition because it eliminates most of your tear out, everything on the bottom of the board. Now, if you want to eliminate any tear out from this area here, you can just grab a sacrificial board and pin it up against the back. And now you've got, essentially, once you make your cut, you've got a 0 clearance on the back side as well. And that will eliminate all of your tear out, even if you're using a blade that has a high tooth count like I am here. This is just a regular construction blade. So take your time, cut slowly, and have a good day in the shop.